In this tutorial, you will learn how to access and make basic content changes in the editor, such as managing items in the site tree, page editing, creating new items, managing attributes, and switching between view modes in the editor panel. Once logged in, there are 4 ways to access the editor. Use the shortcut on the desktop, select Editor in the Contegro Start menu, or double-click on items in the Workflow queue and My Items panes. Within the editor application, you will find 3 panels that house specific tools for editing your website: the Site Tree, Editor, and Attributes. The Site Tree panel houses all items that currently exist on the selected site. This panel can be resized or hidden as required. The key below the site tree helps you to understand the current status and/or workflow state of each item in the site tree. For example, this is an active page with saved content changes that are yet to be published. The page and menu label color in the site tree is determined by the Show on Menu setting within the Attributes tab. If the Show on Menu tick box is disabled, the label is light grey and will not be published on the live site. If the Show on Menu tick box field is enabled, the label is dark blue. The right-click menu contains tools to help you manage each item in the site tree. Select Open to load a new tab within the Page Editor panel, or double-click on the item. Use the Copy option to create a duplicate or single-sourced copy of an existing menu or page. Simply update the fields within the copy window and save. The copied page will load in a new tab within the Page Editor panel. Both the label and SEO name of an existing page or menu item can be renamed at any stage. Any changes will be visible in the Site Tree panel and the navigation on the live site. By changing the SEO name, you are updating the URL for this item. This will prompt the Broken Links dialog to appear. The 301 redirect tells search engines where the item has been moved to in your site. Each item in the site tree has a unique URL. You can view the URL at any stage by selecting this option in the right-click menu. Site administrators can set permissions and restrict access to any page or menu item in the editor as well as the live site. Move groups and individuals to the selected field in the Members tab to limit access to this page on the live site. Move groups to the selected field in the Administrator tab to restrict editing rights to one or more administrator groups. Items within the site tree can be reordered and moved using drag and drop. Simply drag the item from its current location and drop over or in between existing items. Whenever an item is moved to a new location, Contegro is on hand and ready to create a 301 redirect if required. Any changes to the ordering of items in the site tree is reflected in the site navigation on the live site. Selecting Withdraw in the Site Tree right-click menu sets the status of an item to inactive. A withdrawn item remains in the site tree, but it cannot be accessed on the live site. If you wish to remove an item from the site tree and the live site, choose Delete in the right-click menu. Deleted items are stored in the Restore Pages window until the purge cycle runs. Before you select Restore, ensure that the item can be restored to the area of the site tree that it was removed from. All of Contegro's modules can be used to display content on a web page However, the most common content management tasks are managed using the Content module. The full Content Editor has a range of tools to help you when managing your content. Text can be entered manually or added using the Paste Plain Text tool to ensure that any formatting is removed before it is inserted into the Content Editor. You can find the Paste buttons in the Editor toolbar and the right-click menu. The predefined styles within the two style drop-downs help you to keep content consistent across the entire site. When applying styles, first highlight the text and then select the style you wish to apply. You can also use Shift and Enter to add a break between text. When a style is no longer required, highlight the stylized text and select Normal or Clear Class. Any images stored in Contegro's Image Manager can be inserted into the editor. When you find the image you would like to use, adjust the dimensions and properties of an image to suit your requirements before it is inserted into the editor. Once inserted, you can use drag and drop to set the position of an image within the editor. If you need to make changes to the properties previously set, click once on the image to view the toolbar or right-click over the image and select Properties. If the image is no longer required, left-click once to select and use the Delete or Backspace button on your keyboard. Adding hyperlinks to a web page is a great way of directing traffic to specific areas of your site, providing a document download option, or providing links to other websites. Firstly, decide whether you will use text or an image to create the hyperlink before you open the Hyperlink Manager. The next step is to set the link target. If you would like to create a link to another website, enter the web address, select New Window in the Target drop-down, and add a tooltip. If the link target is a page on your website, click once on the internal link button to locate and select a page within the menu selector pop-up. Lastly, if you would like to add a document download link to your web page, use the internal document button to select a document stored in Contegro's File Manager. To remove an existing link, select the Remove Link button in the toolbar or right-click menu. Tables are very useful when you need to ensure that your content layout is consistent. The Content Editor includes a table wizard to help you set up the required number of table cells and apply any formatting. You can also use the toolbar in the footer to set the table or cell width and height, border color, and alignment. All active snippets stored in the snippet library are linked to the Insert Snippet Code button, conveniently located in the Editor toolbar. Each snippet is a portion of HTML code that can be specifically written and pre-formatted, which is ideal if your web pages contain the same or similar calls to action. When you have finalized all your basic editing changes, click OK to close the content editor. You can then select Save to avoid lost changes or Publish to update the content on the live site. If your site uses the 2 or 3 person workflow, writers will have the option of submitting changes for approval. Saved changes can be reverted at any time using the Revert Edits option in the Site Tree right-click menu. There are 3 view options for you to choose from when editing pages in the Editor panel. Preview Edit is ideal if you are still learning how each module works, as it provides a preview of the content that each module generates on the live site. As you become familiar with each module, you have the option of switching to Compact Edit when updating pages. You can also view saved, submitted or published changes at any time by switching to Preview mode. The Attributes panel contains 4 tabs that help you to manage page attributes, list settings, publishing options and page revisions. This panel is resizable and can be hidden at any time. The Attributes panel is used to manage the page template, navigation settings, and the meta tags. The fields within the List Settings tab control the information displayed in a category list, search results, or page list module. For example, if you would like to add a page as a link in a category list, you can assign the page to one or more categories in the tree. You can also assign a default thumbnail image for this page, as well as a title and summary. The Publishing tab allows you to set a start and end publish date, as well as providing publishing information specific to the page. The Revisions tab is used to view each administrator's saved revision notes. You can also revert to a previous published version of the page at any time by selecting Revert to Revision in the right-click menu. To create a new page, go to the Site Tree panel and select New Page in the right-click menu. Complete the fields required in the New Page window and save. Any changes to the page can be submitted for approval, saved indefinitely, or published immediately. Menu items are like hyperlinks in your website navigation. To create a new menu item, go to the Site Tree and select New Menu in the right-click menu. Complete all required fields and choose from one of the 4 options in the menu type drop-down before saving. Select External Web Page if you would like to use a menu item to direct site users to another website. Select Internal Document to create a link to a document stored in Contegro's File Manager. Select Internal Web Page to create a link to another page on your site, or Menu Only to open the first child page. Any changes to the menu item can be submitted for approval, saved indefinitely, or published immediately. '301 Redirect can be used for one of the following: to tell web browsers and search engines that a page or menu has been moved to a new location, shorten long URLs, or create user-friendly URLs. Use the Site Tree right-click menu to create a new 301 redirect. Complete all required fields and choose from one of the 3 options in the menu type drop-down before saving.